I would like it if Joshua can get to max CP. So I'm close to building up another Grail Sphere. Which I'm just gonna use now. Because this fight is annoying. I think I should just use Black Fang. If I can get rid of those things soon, then that would honestly help a lot. Anything for attack up? Attack up will be nice right now. Ooh, restores 50 CP. I can do this. I can get ever closer to the Swing Witch. I can get ever closer to max CP. Zin's job is just to spam Earth Wall because by the time our guard runs out, Zin has another Earth Wall coming. That's Zin's new goal. I'm gonna try to kill these spin dolls. That would actually really help. Thanks for the heal. I'm gonna have you attack Gilbert. Okay. Oh, you're blinded. Oh no. Of course. This hit. Oh, you're hitting Chloe again? Good damage. 3,000 damage is a lot. It's not even your weakness. This is on Joshua. I still have the guard though. Kevin, you know what to do. Easy. Oh, you're blinded. It's gonna be really hard to get a hit. I'm probably just relying on you getting hit. Or just using an art. Hit, maybe? Yeah, okay. I wasn't expecting to, but it was worth a shot. You can't Earth Wall anymore. I think now, maybe I Thunder God. I still can't Thunder God kick. Get a little closer. Punch that one. Zin, come on. I gotta get rid of this blind, actually. Blind is so annoying because, like, Zin and Joshua, my two attackers, can't really hit. Alright, this is hitting Joshua, so now I'm not even at 200 CP yet. Are you kidding me? What is happening? This fight is annoying. Also because of how many times we have to deal with the Geopark. It's getting old. Dealing with Gilbert in general is getting old. Oh, that healed my blind? Or maybe blind wore off? Interesting. Alright, no upcoming crits. Oh wow, you hit. Nice. I'm just gonna do this. Am I gonna do this now, actually? Yeah. Maybe I should have waited for Joshua to get a turn, but it's fine. I think the spin dolls will most likely die. One of them is getting really low. The other one not so much, but somewhat. $69. I saw a 69. Nice.
Charge complete.
Yes, yes, charge complete. Why are you annoying? Yeah, do this. Whatever you're about to do is going to be very annoying. Oh my word, that's insane. Give me this heal. Oh, upcoming crit? You shouldn't have. Now get Joshua closer to start attacking. Zin as well. Zin is still blinded. We gotta get rid of that. No, don't move. Stop moving. Ooh, upcoming crit, but Joshua does not have an S-Craft ready. That's really annoying. Oh, easy crit. Let's go. 3,700. Oh, blind's gone. You have an S-Craft ready. Alright, we should have this now. Gilbert is a joke without his mech mech things, the spin dolls, or whatever they're called. Oh, dang. Gilbert was one of the most forgettable antagonists of SC. In SC, you only like encounter him like twice, I think. In this game, we've encountered him. I feel like we encountered him more in this game than we have in all of SC. Like, they're overusing him a little bit. He's like Zed from Wild Arms 1. Because Zed from Wild Arms 1 is a joke villain, a comic relief villain in Wild Arms 1. But even Zed is like funny most of the time, and I feel like Zed is a successful why am I saying comedy instead of comic? Is a successful comic relief villain because he does appear a lot, but he's mostly like funny and like it's not too much to the point of like you get annoyed. Gilbert is more annoying than like funny. Like I've heard people say, oh, Gilbert's comic relief. Gilbert really isn't that funny. The only thing funny about Gilbert is like the whole, what is it, the movie does where he shakes on it or whatever, like, oh, let's get along or whatever. Other than that, Gilbert is more of a nuisance, like 90% of the time. The match is decided. The winner is Father Graham's team. We've conquered the arena. That sucked. I hated it. It was honestly fine until the Gilbert part. Congratulations on your victory. That was quite a show of skill. Your matches were a joy to watch. Yo, physical? That's red quartz? I need red quartz. Alright. So that was very little story in that door, but we got it done. Side story, the arena finished. Nice. It's not possible to take on the hard arena? No, thank you. Entering the door with the crowd and will allow you to challenge it. Wait, what? Do I need to do that to get all the doors, chat? Do I need to do hard mode? I really don't want to do that again unless I absolutely have to. What am I gonna give you? I want to give you, like, strike. I want to give that physical to someone. Napalm breath. Does he have less physical damage but more magic damage? Oh, this is like a gamble. I mean, okay. It still seems good. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, I'm gonna try going to the other door and see if it's also for Zin. It was the man, yeah, that has his fist or whatever. It should be Zin as well. I'd be shocked if it wasn't. Yeah, okay. That one's very obviously Zin as well. Unless I absolutely have to do hard mode for the arena for all the doors, I'm not going to. I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. I think after this, we're done? Actually, no, maybe Olivier has a door. I should look at the other doors we have descriptions on. I see. I sort of expected it would only be a matter of time before you return to the Republic. Your mind is made up, then. Afraid so. I made the guys over there take care of everything without me long enough. Called an A-rank bracer's duty to his peers in society, I guess. Well, I suppose when you put it that way. I do wish you could stay here a while longer, but that's your decision. I'll respect it. So when are you planning on returning? Well, there's no point in lingering here any longer than I have to now that I've made up my mind to leave. So honestly, I was thinking about tomorrow. Think I can ask you to arrange a ticket to Calvard for me? Well, certainly. Are you planning to go and visit Kilika first, though? I would have thought you'd want to. That was part of the original plan, but she wouldn't have any of it. Surprise, surprise. Her stance was, if you're gonna waste time coming to see me, use it to go back to Calvard earlier and get some work done. Haha, very well then. That doesn't sound like a position you'll be able to talk her out of. It's no big deal, though. I mean, it's not like we'll never see each other again. I suppose it's very true. I'm not sure there's anything in Zemeria that can keep you two apart forever. Ha! Feels that to me sometimes too. Well, regardless, I won't keep you any longer. So that's one ticket to Calvard for tomorrow coming up, right? Coming right up, words. Sorry, let me just get this, words. I've already been reading too much. Yes, this is the Grand Cell branch of the Bracer Guild. Ah, yes. Yes, he's here as we speak, actually. Zin. Something up? It's Ambassador Cochrane at the Calvardian Embassy. She'd like to invite you on a hot springs trip. What? Go, go, go. 2 days later. Elmo Village. Ah, the hot spring village. This place sure brings back memories. The atmosphere is so relaxing. It certainly is. Maybe because it feels so similar to our hometown. Still, Ambassador Cochrane had me going for a while. When I first heard about the whole trip, I thought it was going to be just the two of us out here. Oh my, you look almost disappointed that it isn't. I'd be happy to take my leave if I'm getting in the way of your dream date with her. I'm good, thanks. She's not someone I've ever seen as a potential partner. Besides, it's you she wants to talk to, not me. This meeting might as well not happen if you're not here. It never takes much to put you on the defensive, does it? It's beyond you to just play along. Is it beyond you to play along? Ugh, you just can't help but mess with people, can you? With you in charge of the Zeiss Guild, I'm amazed it still has any bracers left. Correction, I can't help but mess with you. I don't do this with anyone else. Would you be happy if that were true? Hell no. Ah, you've arrived. I've been waiting for you. Hey, Ambassador. Thank you for inviting us here today. Is something the matter, Zin? You seem oddly flustered. Me? I'm just fine. You're imagining things. Who could blame him, Ambassador? After all, he's a man on a hot spring trip with 2 beautiful women. That's a hardly recipe for a calm and composed mind, is it? Knock it off, Kilika. I suppose not. If I were a little younger, I thought I would be able to keep my hands off himself. Off him myself, words. Alright, I suppose that's enough joking around. We should get our dinner. Miss Mayo's gonna be making tonight's food herself, by the sounds of it. Serious discussion can wait until after that. Yeah, it sounds fantastic. Likewise. Zin, get yourself fake drunk again. That was funny. As you play through the series and replay Cold Steel 1 and 2, you'll see which doors have relevance. I'm gonna do all the doors regardless. Even the sun doors, I'll do the sun doors. I want to do all the doors because I want to get the full Sky 3 experience. Like, I want to get the full experience, and I honestly want to see. I'm curious if I'm gonna like this game over SC. I'm really curious because SC was a good game. It wasn't like one of my favorite games of all time. It was a good game. It was a fun time. I'd probably give it like a 6 or 7 out of 10. Maybe a 6 because the combat's not amazing, but I don't know. Close to a 7, if not a 7. But I'm curious if I'm gonna like this game more than SC. Like, what's my favorite Sky game gonna be? I'm curious. Overall, I think the Sky series, the Sky trilogy as a whole is like okay to good. Because the combat's like, it gets very repetitive and old fast. But you know, I'm curious to see if I'll like this game more than second chapter, basically. So I feel like the only way I can compare the two is if I do all the doors. Because in Sky 2, I did basically all the side quests. Not all of them, but most. So there's going to be a new intelligence agency set up in Calvard, huh? That's right. It's to be known as the Rocksmith Agency. As the name suggests, it's going to be an organization that answers directly to the president. Really now. I see. I presume that is so that Parliament can't have any other influence over its operations. Correct. Perhaps this new agency's biggest advantage is that it's separate from all those issues and vices. The last thing we need is an organization like this suffering from Parliament's failures to make prompt decisions or general ineptitude. We're being run in the same opaque and shady manner by a privileged few. That does sound like a good idea, I'll admit. We're never going to be able to compare it to Empire's Intelligence Division or Liberal's old one if Parliament at all involved. Quite. It's already difficult enough to get anything done in nation with such a lack of unity. I guess that's just the fate of countries that take in immigrants by the truckload, though. Though, honestly, I think the thing that surprises me the most is that the president's actually being proactive for once. He's actually struck me as a real conservative type, so this isn't the kind of thing I thought he'd go for. That said, given the state of the Republic right now, it's hardly surprising that he would choose to act this way. Outside the country, we got the threat of the rapidly expanding Erebonian Empire, while within, we have terrorists and extremists. And to make matters worse, we have the enigmatic society on the loose. Evidently, something has to be done, and I think he knows that as well as anyone. Indeed. In times ahead of us, we're going to need to be able to respond flexibly to a variety of new and unforeseen threats. Alright, I think my introduction to the matter has gone on long enough. It's about time I get to the point. Oh yeah, you got something you need to specifically talk to Kilika about, right? So, what position in the agency are you here to offer me? What? I love a sharp mind, Kilika. Your instincts are, of course, dead on. We think your talents would make you perfectly suited to joining the agency and are eager for you to be a part of it. That's why you'll be offered the position of Division Chief should you decide to join. And that's something President Rocksmith has proposed himself. Wow. What led you to being the one to bring this to Kilika anyway? A fair question, I suppose. Ordinarily, this would be Scout's work words. But I've known the president on a personal level for quite some time. So he took it upon himself to ask me to come to you personally. That makes sense. And what's his reason for wanting me? Surely you know that without asking, or do you want to hear it said anyway? Naturally, your masterclass Taito skills are one reason for you being selected by the president. But above all, he wants you for exceptional analytical and information handling abilities you've shown in your position in the guild. Those are just what the new agency is going to require if it's to succeed. Well, I can't say this doesn't all make sense to me. I'm more dumbfounded than that you'd up and attempt to steal a capable member of the guild right in front of an active bracer like this. That takes some nerve. Well, I do think rather highly of you. I thought you would be able to mediate without letting such trivial matters cloud your judgment. Still, what do you think, Kilika? I'm not asking you for an answer immediately, but I would like to know what's going through your mind. Well, it's certainly an interesting proposal. At the same time, I'm not sure I have any reason to accept it. But you have no reason to refuse it either. Am I right? She's got a point. Well, it's rare that you find it difficult to make quick judgments, but with such a big decision to make, I can't very well fault you. I won't rush you. Take a night to think long and hard about it. It was so you could do so that I booked a room. That sentence killed me. I'll ask you for your answer again tomorrow. I'm looking forward to hearing it. Of course. Oh, and one more thing before I depart. If you ask me, remaining in your position as a simple guild receptionist just isn't going to let you use your abilities to their fullest. Well, a pleasant night to you both. Kilika does have a cool fighting style. We only got to see Kilika, like, do actual action, like, once. Well, not really action, but, like, we only saw Kilika have her weapons out, like, once, maybe twice, in all of SC. You're out rather fast. Have you finished in the bath already? Fast? Seriously? I was in there for an hour. Oh. Man, it's not often I see you looking this deep in thought. I suppose you don't. I feel like I'm one step away from making a decision, but you just need one last push to take it. Oh, right. Still, being here like this with you really takes me back. Hard to believe it's been 6 years now since Master Ryuga's passing. Sounds like you went on a hell of a journey between then and joining the guild, too. You could say that. Going on a journey makes it sound like something I did deliberately, though. In reality, it wasn't quite as organized as that. I simply drifted from place to place before ending up being drawn to one point where I settled. Much in the way a leaf that fell from a tree ends up floating down the river. Were you able to find that answer you mentioned a while back? No, I still haven't. Still, I do feel as though I found a conclusion of sorts. What's that supposed to mean? Say, Zin, why do you think I chose to take on a non-combat position like guild receptionist to begin with? You didn't want to follow the same path as idiots like me and Walter. I wouldn't follow us either if I were in your shoes. Not quite, although I'm not going to deny that the two of you are idiots. Walter's an idiot. Hey, that was the one part I did want you to deny. I wanted to find out the meaning of the living fist ideology my father advocated. I still believe that being able to better oneself through combat, while your opponent does the same, is a good thing in itself. As a warrior, it's probably close to the ideal way. Still, I couldn't help but wonder why the ideology had to be based around the premise of fighting. I could certainly understand the significance of living and dying as a warrior. I can also understand how one who lived that way would have no regrets when the time to pass away came. Nothing has changed within me that regard since the days we trained together. Yet with Father dead and Walter gone, I couldn't help but wonder. Wonder whether there was some way to make use of the living fist without having to fight. That was when I started roaming the continent in search of one. And as I roamed, I found myself face to face with countless conflicts and acts of violence, and I felt powerless every time I did. That was how I came to encounter Liberal's guild. They had arrived to quell one of those conflicts. Something about the ideology, putting the safety of citizens over all else, made me feel that perhaps working under them, may give me my answer. So that was what led me to start working for the guild. And even then, I wasn't even able to run away from fighting completely. The nature of humanity means that as long as we exist, conflict will never cease. Instead, what's important is not blindly preaching idealism, but preaching ideals while keeping a firm eye on the reality of how to quell conflict. Master Ryuga's words have never left me, nor have they left me. But all the same, I've been looking away from reality all this time. Come on now. You know full well it's not actually true. When he says reality, he's not saying fighting is the be-all, end-all of quelling conflict. That's not what I'm trying to say. All these years, I haven't been trying to walk on my own 2 feet. Not at all. I've just been using trying to find a new way to live by Father's living fist ideology as an excuse to stand still. All while indulging myself in comfortable environment the guild gave me. In that sense, I must be the biggest failure of Father's students. I might not agree with the path Walter took, but he, like you, has chosen its path and started walking forward along it. You two have been facing up to the living fist ideal of Fathers and slowly reaching your own conclusion on it. In your own ways, you've been able to face up to reality. And I haven't. I've been standing still the whole time. That's the biggest load of crock I've ever heard. You've been walking forward just like we have. In what way? It's just that path that you've been walking has been one for others rather than yourself. That river you think you're helplessly drifting through, you've actually been building a bridge so others can easily cross it behind you. When the road is hard, you've softened the ground so your fellow guildmates have an easier trek. There's no shame in your way of the living fist, it's as true as mine and Walter's. Are you trying to comfort me? Sorry for not having a way with words. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is this, you know. As a person, you're way too strong and way too serious. And at times, it's those two things just end up restricting you and stop you from seeing things you otherwise could. So try to relax a little, alright? Just a little. If you do, I bet you'll start to see things you couldn't before. Say, Zin, what is it? Would you be happy if I returned the Calvard words? What brought that on? It doesn't matter, just answer the question. Okay, if I had to pick, I guess I'd rather you be back home, yeah. Why do you ask? Oh, no reason. I decided I'm gonna accept the president's proposal. What? Just because of what I said? Don't misunderstand me. All I wanted was some kind of reason to bring this journey to an end, as well as a place to make better use of my skills.